Welcome, everybody, to the Locker Room Rant, episode 10. We've reached 10 episodes, fellas.
Yeah.
Our first milestone, I feel like.
I feel like that's the same thing. It's our first milestone. Big 10, double digits. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button down below. What do you guys say we start off with some NBA playoffs?
Might as well, as we always do.
We always do. Can't wait till we don't, actually.
Until September rolls around, we're always gonna start off the NBA.
Man, football, can you get here? How many days? Can someone Google how many days till football?
10 Sundays.
Actually, I don't know what the hell we're gonna do when NBA season rolls or stops, when these finals are over.
We're gonna talk about
we'll talk about football. We'll start doing our fantasy rankings and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
But until then, NBA playoffs. Since our last show, the Bucks finished off the Hawks in 6 games, winning 4-2. And they were on to face the Phoenix Suns. Not just any Phoenix Suns, the John V. Phoenix Suns. John picked the Suns to win from the beginning of the playoffs, and they are looking good. They won game 1. Giannis is back. He seemed to not really have that injury lingering. It didn't seem like it. And they're currently playing right now, and the Suns got a pretty good lead right now. John, your Suns are looking good. You think they're going to take it? And how many games is it going to take for them to do it?
6 games. But I will tell you this: if Drew Holiday continues to stink up the joint, and they need his defense, and he is getting burnt by Chris Paul. I mean, almost consistently. He cannot get in. He can't get in front of him. Chris Paul can constantly just run right around him. It drives me crazy because I want a competitive series. I don't want to see the Bucks get swept. Okay. I'm taking Suns in 6, but I want to see some better finals basketball, bro. Like, I feel like Giannis, that injury, Tony and Nick, I don't know how many times I've seen a knee injury in multiple sports. That injury that Giannis sustained, anyone else, my Niners included, out the season and then some, right? Do you guys find it incredible that injury, that he did not sustain any torn ligaments, that capsule that they say that's in the joint there, that was unscathed? Like, he didn't. It's incredible to me. I don't know. I think that was just a crazy injury, and he is out there balling out. Pretty awesome.
The way some people's bodies are built just seems like they're never going to sustain a heavy injury.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Him being one of them, LeBron being another. Those types of guys just seem like they're built like machines.
They are,
and they can't get hurt. Think about how many games LeBron has played, not just in the regular season, but every year in the postseason. That run he made between the Heat and the Cavs, when he was going to every NBA Finals. I mean, that's not just a season. That's like a season and a half, damn near, when you add in the intensity of the playoffs. And for him to never really sustain a big-time injury is remarkable.
Yep.
And I feel like Giannis is built kind of that same way. Nick, tell me your thoughts on these finals. Who do you like?
I got to be honest. So I've never really been a big believer in Milwaukee being able to win the finals. I didn't think they were going to get here. I was actually a little higher on your Sixers than I was the Bucks. That being said, this finals is really underwhelming for me. And honestly, if the Bucks don't win it, I kind of think it's kind of a lost season almost, because
relax.
Listen, I'll give the Suns. I'll give the Suns their due props. They're playing exceptional basketball right now. But the thing is they should honestly, with the amount of talent that those other teams had, they should be nowhere sniffing the NBA Finals. They should not be sniffing the championship. And the fact of the matter is, they're here, and in a large part, the Bucks are here because of injuries that were just sustained in mass. I've never seen anything like it. It's kind of underwhelming. I think if the Bucks win, you can honestly say the Bucks were at least among the top tier players. I mean, among the top tier teams. If the Suns win and they beat the Bucks, it's kind of like they won by default. You know, they snuck in there, not won by default, but they snuck in there, and they ended up winning. They were the last team standing with all the casualties that were going around. That's my thought process on it. I give the Suns their due. They're playing very good basketball, but it just seems underwhelming for me.
When can we start calling Giannis Yanni?
Yeah, I was about to say, Diddy from the Cruise Through Home Road Warren, Ohio. He requested that as Greeks ourselves, that we not call Giannis his American name. We call him Yanni, his Greek name.
So on this show, can we kind of make a pact that from now on it's going to be either the Greek Freak or Yanni?
Yes. It has to be Yanni or the Greek Freak.
John, are you down for that?
Yeah. I mean, why not? That's his name, bro.
All right, so Nick, who you picking and how many games?
At this point,
not this point. Stop looking around, bro.
I think I'm gonna go.
Tony, do you feel like Nick is looking at us in the crease of his ceiling?
Listen, we had a comment from Satiri. Nick, can you pay attention to the show and stop watching the game?
It's my responsibility as a show to keep tabs on what's going on in the game.
I couldn't agree more. Pay attention.
But I would probably say, looking how the series is going, Suns in 5. I think the Suns are just playing better basketball, and the Bucks aren't one of those teams that can't be beat.
I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say Bucks in 7, just to have some controversy thrown into the show.
That's good. That's good controversy, though, bro.
We're in Phoenix, man. We're in Phoenix. Series doesn't start till home team loses. So,
if I'm not mistaken, haven't the Bucks lost game 1 of every series so far? Finals included, yeah?
No, they swept the Heat.
That's true. They did sweep the Heat.
Okay. All right.
Oh, we got another comment from Satiri here. Nah, I gotta agree. The belly button looks kind of small. In other NBA news, just to touch real quick, I read a column today that's a column. What the fuck am I talking about? What is this? The 1960s? Yes, I read a column. I read an article today that said the NBA. I'm sorry, the Olympic team, the USA Olympic team. The coach said that they're going to lean heavily on Kevin Love.
I mean, why would you not? That's tremendous leadership capabilities.
They're going to be leaning heavily on Kevin Love in the upcoming Olympics.
So
he's been there before. Tremendous leadership capabilities. Why would you not?
Has he been there before? Has he been there before?
He's won a championship.
No, he has tremendous. Actually, Nick, you're right. Without sarcasm, he does have leadership qualities. I mean, he certainly does.
Oh fuck.
He does, Tony. I mean,
I think they should have Bickerstaff on the squad.
You know what? Come closer and say that. Nick, put Nick in timeout for me, please. 30 seconds.
I too will say that. You know what pisses John off, and you went there. It's because you went there. And
Bickerstaff, bro.
Nick's gonna have to be muted and put into the penalty box. So Nick's muted. It's just me and John here. We're going to move over to the Euro Cup. The finals have been set. Nick's Belgian team went down to Italy. Italy went on to beat Spain, and England on the other side of the bracket beat Denmark. And now we have an Italy-England finals. That's going to be on Sunday.
Yep.
I'm really excited for this. I probably shouldn't be this excited, but for whatever reason I am. I think it's going to be a very fun final match. I got to go with Italy just because, half my heritage, as well as amazing goal scorers on that team. All right, Nick, I think your 30 seconds penalty box is up.
I watched the Belgium-Italy game. I watched the whole thing. It's probably the first soccer game I watched in full in a long time. Italy plays a really, really cool style of soccer. It's actually, I was talking to you about this a little bit ago, Tony. Italy plays the type of soccer that I think could be appreciated by an American audience, in the sense that they're really focused offensively, and they're constantly putting balls on that goal. They're heavy in attack. They're constantly scripting little devices for them to score goals. It was really cool to watch.
So basically, you're saying they play soccer, right? I mean, they play soccer, bro.
Devices.
Yes.
They're scripting up devices,
Yes.
and putting the balls in the goals.
Not the balls.
Putting lots of balls in the goals.
There's a lot more
Using devices.
On the offensive end, is what I'm trying to tell you.
I got to show this comment. Is the Euro Cup trophy solid gold like the FIFA trophy? I'll never forget that moment. I don't want to let everyone in on the secret, but someone thought that it was made of solid gold, which would have been around 250 pounds. So, who do you like? We got in a great debate over this past weekend about why or how the United States can get more into soccer. How can it be on the NFL, NBA level here in America? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. We're a country that likes scoring. You saw what happened. We get pissed off when there's a no-hitter. All these no-hitters are being thrown in baseball. We want to see home runs. All the football, NFL rules are geared towards the offense scoring more points. All the NBA rules are geared towards the offense scoring more points. Are we a country that could take a 1-0 victory or a 0-0 tie? Are we a country that can get into that type of game? I love it, but we need those best players to somehow be here in America, and we can't afford them. We can't afford Ronaldo to come play for the Columbus Crew. I mean, it's just not something that is feasible. So how could soccer become more popular here in America? Do you guys have any insight on that?
Well, I mean, the first thing that needs to happen is we need to invest in it the same way that other countries do. Like we were talking about, other countries will recognize youth from a very early age, and they'll actually cater to them, and even some parts of their families as well, and kind of mold that youth. Some of them might not work out, but then every once in a while you'll get a Messi or a Ronaldo. So you kind of need to have that type of investment. The other thing is that, like I said, we kind of do need to play a different type of game. We kind of need to make soccer our own game, because we can't. Our populace, like obviously, you're going to get some of the soccer aficionados that want to keep the game as it is, keep it in its traditional form. But an American audience, like the time that Greece won the Euro Cup, Greece was heavily defensive of a team. They were not an attacking team at all. So what would happen is if the moment the way they won is the moment they scored a goal, they were playing kick around the entire time. An American audience is not gonna take that type of soccer. An American audience needs a team that could put in three, 4, maybe 5 goals. I don't know how you do that within the rules of the game, but it's something that needs to happen.
Yeah, and I think there's rules here in America that kind of tie our hands from like you said, Messi, I think from like the age 8 was recruited by Barcelona and started grooming him at like the age of 8, took him and his family and moved him closer to the club, paid for like their expenses, paid for their houses, paid for his education, and paid his family a wage. Like there's rules in the United States to where we can't do those same things.
I don't know if there's specifically rules. I mean, there's definitely like collegiate rules, and there's definitely like rules saying that you can't play collegiate sports or maybe even high school sports if you're contractually obligated to a professional team. That being said, I don't understand why. Who cares? Who cares? You can have your clubs here. I don't see any reason why you couldn't.
Go ahead, John.
I mean, we just are not. That's not our primary sport. We just aren't. As the U.S. is not enthusiastic about soccer, bro. Football is it for us, and it's football, baseball, basketball, and there's no room for soccer here, bro. We just don't. I mean, I will give you guys this much though: the MLS has expanded tremendously since it started. Right? I think within the last 3 or 4 years, they plan to build like 4 or 5 more stadiums, and that's awesome. Like the sport is growing here, but it's never going to be the way that the English Premier League, it's never going to be as big as it is in England, bro. I want it to. I would love it. I mean, people here don't like soccer nearly as much as you and I, Tony and Nick. I mean, we could go around and take a poll, bro, and I guarantee you, most people find soccer boring. So it's really, for those of us that love the sport, understand the sport, played the sport, for a final to be 0-0, you know what it takes to prevent a goal. You know what it takes to score a goal. So if a score is 0-0, people that love soccer can appreciate that. Those folks that don't like soccer are like, bro, that's the most 90 minutes running around, scoring no goal. Like, what are you doing? Like, they don't get the endurance, the stamina. They don't understand what it takes. They don't understand the sport. So, no, the U.S. is never going to accommodate soccer the way it is played in Europe. It's just never going to happen. It won't ever reach that.
Yeah, but here's the thing. We live in a country of 350 million people. We have the best athletes in the world.
Not in soccer, we don't. Most athletes from overseas, Nick, come to the MLS to die, bro. They're late in their career.
I'm not talking in terms of soccer players. In terms of athletes, we have the best athletes in the world.
Okay.
Let me ask you this, Nick. You have a kid, a son, and he grows up and he's the best athlete in his area. Is that kid going to be playing soccer?
Well, here's the thing. If me being the person with the knowledge that I have, if he's best at soccer, damn right I'm going to have him play soccer, because he probably has a better shot of making it into a living in soccer than he does in any other sport.
That's true. That's true. I would agree with Nick. I would honestly agree with Nick.
He can go overseas and play. You know, there's different levels of competition overseas, and each level of competition still makes a pretty decent living. He could play in the MLS, which I'm not gonna knock the teams in the MLS. Knock the players in the MLS, anyways. I'm not gonna knock them because they're still very good soccer players, but they're not to the level of like players in the NFL are, where you have to be super dominant, or Major League Baseball. You know how hard it is to make it in baseball? Like, there have been amazing players in baseball from our area that never even sniffed making it in the pros.
Kyle?
Kyle was good. Kyle was a very good baseball player.
Kyle played for the Braves for a few years, I heard.
I think he's still trying out, actually. No,
I think he also visited Jurassic Park.
No, but there have been other really good players from our area that never even sniffed making the pros. Like, we've had players from our area make the NFL. Like, it's incredibly hard. You can make it in AAA in baseball, but AAA doesn't pay shit. And if you feel that you're not gonna make the pros, you're probably gonna back out and go be a car salesman or something.
I just feel like if you're a dominant athlete, and you're not gonna play soccer here in the United States. I think if you're a dominant athlete, you're not going to be playing soccer. And what time of year is soccer? What sport is that? Spring, fall?
It'll probably be. In the like high school athletics, it's a fall sport.
So it competes with football.
Yeah.
So a dominant athlete. You think a 16-year-old kid that's a dominant athlete is going to choose soccer here in the United States?
We got a kid in Holland. We got a kid here in Holland that played overseas, and he played in a camp, and he competed over there in the off season, and he came here and he won a state championship. It's rare, Tony. I mean, you're right. I mean, look, we are not a soccer. We're just not a soccer country, bro. We don't value that sport the way that they do overseas. I mean, look at those stadiums that hold what? I mean, Wembley can hold something stupid, dude. More than an NFL stadium, bro. It's crazy. It's just I don't think this country will ever reach that. I don't think that we can ever reach it, dude. I truly don't. Even if we have kids that want to play, they're going to play and they're going to do what they want to do. But in school, you still have that influence of your friends, like play baseball, play wrestle, bro, play basketball, let's play football. Like, it just drowns out. It's just, I don't know, man. It's
here's the thing though. Like in the 1970s, the NBA, like a lot of people don't realize this, but in the late 70s and early 80s, like maybe not the early 80s, but there's a reason for that. The NBA was actually in trouble. It was potentially going to go bankrupt as a league. And they actually incorporated part of the ABA game, which was three-pointers, I believe three-pointers, and like some things like the slam dunk contest and the All-Star games. And then with those and with the arrival of like Magic and Bird, it kind of saved the league. I was wondering if there's any type of like minor rule adjustments we could make for American soccer that might make the game more palatable to an American audience.
I got it. I got the answer to make soccer big here in America. You ready?
Sure.
Soccer dunk contest.
What the fuck is that?
Soccer dunk contest. Wembley holds 90,000. Fact checker. So got it.
All right. And so what stadium here holds the most for football?
I know college holds more than
Texas, Michigan, one of those.
College holds more than more than pros. I know that.
Okay. I mean, look,
which is crazy still.
It is crazy. I just don't know that this country will ever reach that. I mean, not you and I won't see it, Tony. I truly don't believe so.
You know what, though? I think there was people back in the late 80s that were probably saying the same thing in basketball in other countries. And then the Dream Team came along and sparked all this interest in basketball throughout the world. And we would need something to that magnitude to get maybe, I know they were talking about developing a super league where all the best teams are in one league. It would need something like that to get the interest of an entire country. But we'll see. I mean, our country's still young, man. I mean, we're still trying to play catch up to these other countries. And I think, maybe one day it'll be, I mean, definitely above hockey. I think it can even be above baseball. I mean, baseball's on a downward slide, but we're about to get to baseball here in a minute.
Would you guys go? Would you guys ever travel overseas to watch a game?
I would love to.
Me too, bro. I would love it. I truly would love it.
Manchester United versus Man City.
Even the Hotspurs. Like I like the Hotspurs. I would love it, bro. I would love it.
We should actually start. We should plan that. I don't know how much it would cost. I'm guessing tickets are ridiculous.
Probably a shitload.
I mean, we could. I mean, it might not be as bad as you think. I mean, we could check into it.
We could fly into. We'll fly into.
Probably already looking up flights and getting ticket prices as we speak.
We'll fly into Amsterdam, eat a few brownies, and then head over to the game. All right, I want to get real quick into the Tokyo Olympics. They just announced today that no fans are going to be allowed because of crazy outbreak of COVID. Doesn't that just put a damper on everything?
It sucks. It really does. I mean, they train their hearts out, bro, to see an empty stadium and to see like arenas like the playoffs, bro. The NBA playoffs, knowing that the NFL season upcoming, these stadiums are going to be filled to the max, and they can't even get fans. That it breaks my heart for them, man. That sucks.
I mean, that's half the excitement is like hearing the fans going crazy.
Sure, absolutely.
That's going to be terrible. I mean, I'm actually, as a fan, pissed off. I mean, think about those athletes that are going to perform. Simone Biles pulls off the craziest trick ever, and there's like one dude in the corner mopping the floors, clapping.
Oh, dude, that sucks. It's like crickets, bro. It's so sad, man, bro. Terrible.
There is a United States sprinter. Shit. What's her name?
You don't even really need to know her name. Everyone's seen that.
Sha'Carri Richardson, I think her name is. Had a failed drug test with marijuana, got suspended for 30 days. She would have missed the 100 sprint, but the 30 days would have ended right before the 4x100, but the United States kept her off the team. What are your guys' thoughts on that? Is it petty? I mean, weed is pretty much weed is. I think I could walk to my mailbox and get some real quick. I mean, it's like legal in every state.
Bullshit, dude. I can't. I mean, I listen. Rules are rules, Tony. I totally get it. And okay, so she misses the 100 meter, right? Is that what it was?
Yeah,
she would have made it for the 4x. What was that? Well, what's
the 4x100?
The 4x100. So she would have potentially, paid her consequences. She would have met the suspension, and she would have been able to compete. And they left her off, bro.
Yeah,
I'm telling you right now. Okay, you messed up. You pay the 30-day consequence. I'm good with that. Rules are rules, bro. You're good. All right. However, for the U.S. to leave her off, bro, that's some bullshit. And I'm telling you right now, man, that could have potentially cost us gold. I mean, she's a competitor and she's good. She's really good. I'm bummed out, man. I thought for sure that they would have let her come to perform in that second opportunity, but they said no.
I mean, at the same time, you don't know you're being drug tested, and you don't know that you can't have marijuana in your system.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I agree with you. I totally do. I mean, we're not going to break the rules for one person, bro.
What if your entire life, John, you've been training for one magical moment, and it's called the Olympics, and there's only a few rules that you can't break, and you know what those rules are. Are you going to put yourself in jeopardy by?
No, I mean, no, bro. No way, bro. These are opportunities that you do not take for granted. You just don't fuck up like this. Look, I don't give a damn about weed. Everybody knows that shit. I don't give a damn. However, I do believe in rules. They're put in place for a reason. I believe that, bro. Fuck you, Nick. You fucking jackass.
Nick, what do you think?
Yeah, I want to hear what Nick says.
Listen, I'm not going to say anything he hasn't already reiterated. Do I think weed should ever keep anyone out? Do I think it should be legal? Absolutely. Do I think that it should really affect what anyone else does? No. That being said, it is a rule. And if you want to fight to get that rule thrown off, that's fine. Fight that fight. But when it's a rule, abide by it. I mean, you have been training supposedly your entire life, or at least a large portion of your life, to be in the Olympics. Not a lot of people get this opportunity. You know, there's a lot of hard work into it, but there's also, like, you have to have some type of talent that other people don't have. And you're one of the rare people that are blessed enough to have that type of talent to go into the Olympics. And it's not every year. It's once every 4 years. And you're going to blow it because I don't exactly know what happened. Did somebody die in her family? Is that what she said?
I believe that she was self-medicating.
People have died in my family. And the first thing I did was not go and smoke a joint. Okay? That's not an excuse. I'm sorry. That's not an excuse. Don't do it. After the Olympics, toke up all you want.
Toke?
Yeah. I mean, just have a fucking Cheech and Chong, roll the windows up, and just fucking bake out. I don't care.
Is this the 90s? Is this the 90s? You token and bacon?
Dude, I agree with him, though, 100%. Listen, you knew this was...
Go on a smoke route in Vienna. go up the Five Corners, whatever that place is.
5 points.
5 points. 5 quarters. Go to 5 points and have a blast. But just don't do it like right around Olympic time. You know you're gonna get fucking tested.
I agree, dude. Tony, I agree with him. Honest to God, bro. I think we can all agree.
So do I feel bad for her? No, I don't. I don't feel bad for her.
I kind of do. I feel bad for her.
No.
I do.
I saw Squirt made its first appearance in the show just now.
No, it's made a couple appearances already. You just haven't been paying attention.
Copy that. This segment might be the quickest segment we ever have. Lightning strikes twice.
Woo! Repeat, baby.
The Tampa Bay Lighting won the Stanley Cup yesterday over the Montreal Canadiens.
Pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome, bro.
It's great. It's hard to repeat, and it's hard to repeat as champions in sports.
I agree.
I'm guessing people have been gunning for them. I'm guessing the Montreal Canadiens were really pushing it, but just couldn't do it. Congratulations, Tampa Bay.
We could try to continue this, or we could move on.
Let's move on.
Hold on. Can either of you guys don't Google? John, I see you moving around.
I was checking the score of the game.
Can you tell me any player from the Tampa Bay Lightning?
Not one. I can't even tell you. I can't even name a fan. I don't even think I know a person who likes them, much less can I name a player, bro. I got nothing, bro. I can't touch this segment with anything, bro. I can't even make it up.
There's a dude. I think there's a dude named Stamkos, and the only reason is because I used to pick him on DraftKings. Couldn't tell you what his first name is. Something Stamkos.
You know what's kind of crazy?
And I'm probably fucking that up even. Yeah.
It might be a little further back than I think, but like Jaromir Jagr didn't retire until that long ago.
It was like 2 years ago.
Like that guy had been playing hockey since like the 80s.
When I was in sixth
Was he
grade,
playing or was he coaching? Was he really playing?
He was playing.
Oh, that's great.
When we were in sixth grade, I think Brennan Kelly had a Jaromir Jagr jersey.
Yeah.
And I think
Wow.
he
was a veteran then, though.
yeah, he had like 8 years in the league then.
Hockey players for some reason can play forever. I don't know why.
And it's the most gruesome sport there is. And I think he played till I think he came into the league when he was like maybe 18.
Mm-hmm.
And he played till he was like 43. It's something ridiculous.
But while we're on this, listen, I can't name a soul that played for the Lightning, but I do want to pay my respects to the young man that played for the Columbus. What are they called? The Blue Jackets.
Yeah.
That kid was 24 years old and caught a firework mortar to the chest, and it killed him.
Yeah.
And it was terrible. I read the article briefly a few days back. I think that they thought that he had slipped trying to get out of a hot tub to avoid it, and they thought that he initially had slipped and fallen and hit his head. But after they did the autopsy, they discovered that it was actually the mortar that hit him in the chest that killed him, and that is shit. What a shit way. And from what I understand, he was like he was a backup goalie, I believe, and he had brought a lot of joy to the locker room, and a lot of the players really respected him. He was happy go lucky. Guy was living his dream. You know what I mean? He was 24 years old. What a goddamn shame, dude.
I can't believe we like literally talked 5 minutes on hockey. That's amazing.
Yeah, here's my thing. What are your guys' thoughts on these fucking fireworks? Don't you think they should be left up to the professionals?
I don't know, bro. I don't really care for them nearly as much as I did when we were kids. I could go to the store and buy them, and I can't tell you the last time I even had the urge to. I just don't give a shit. I really don't.
You know what's crazy? We actually, like, every 4th of July back, like, probably like 10 years ago, we used to, like, actually, like, buy a bunch of fireworks and have firework wars. And, like,
I know. Yeah. Not for nothing.
Dude,
he's
people used to go to the hospital.
I remember Kirk throwing a fountain, a professional fountain. I remember him throwing it at me like a football, and it landed. And it landed somewhere in the grass at the youth center, and nothing happened. And so I was like, "All right, charge!" I took a bunch of Roman candles and I went at him with them. And as I was running in a straight line, I jumped over it and it started to explode. I basically ran through a massive bomb, bro. Like, I can't even tell you. Like, I think I got burned in the legs. I think I hope I hit Nick in the forehead with a Roman candle, but I may have made that up. It was a good time, but we were fucking.
It wasn't a good time. It was the dumbest thing ever. Kirk shot his own brother Bundo in the leg with one of those freaking fireworks that you shoot in the air and they like blow up like an actual firework. He shot his brother in the leg like 20 yards away, knowing damn well it would put his brother in the hospital. He still did it to win.
God, we were fucking dumb.
He won though.
He won. Had to go to the emergency room.
What a shame. We were retarded.
Fireworks are overrated. I mean, let the people at Disney and let the professionals handle all that shit. All it does is piss off my fucking dog.
Yeah, I agree.
And then I start thinking, when all these fireworks are going off, that's probably what it feels like to like live in Baghdad or Afghanistan. Like when there's wars constantly
it's more like
going.
Syria or
like, can you imagine? Like, think about those like 2 days, 3 days between 4th of July, the day before, the day after. It's like that every day in those countries with real bombs going off, and you like never know if your number is going to be called. Super scary. All right, that was way too much hockey. Next thing I want to get into is Shohei Ohtani. We don't do much baseball. We like baseball.
That's incredible.
Sure. Ohtani's one of the best players I've ever seen.
So he has 32 home runs. It's not even the All-Star break. He has 32 home runs, which leads Major League Baseball. Oh, by the way, he also has a 3.5 ERA.
Incredible.
He's going to be in the Home Run Derby, and he is also going to pitch and be in the lineup as a hitter in the All-Star game. Is this fucking crazy? What do you guys – what? That's like –
has anyone ever come close to that?
That's like Tom Brady playing linebacker. You guys realize this, right?
See, here's the thing. It's like I said, we were talking about it earlier. It's hard to make it to the major leagues. It's hard to make it to the majors.
You have to be that talented, Tony, to touch.
Like there's other I'm sure there's some pitchers that can hit very well. And I'm sure there are some hitters that could probably pitch pretty well. Like they could probably go to like triple.
There are no damn hitters that can pitch very well. They're hitters for a reason, bro. They're not pitchers.
Babe Ruth was one of the best pitchers of all time.
Okay, bro.
That was Babe Ruth, the greatest baseball player of all time.
You're the one who said the fucking statement. Sometimes people just they just go into the thing that they're better at. But Ohtani is so good. He's so good that he is elite at both.
I mean, maybe that's what the sport needs.
I mean, it's incredible. He really is incredible.
So there's no one
that
matches that has even come close, right, Tony? With the exception of Babe Ruth. I mean, has anyone ever done both and brought and had those stats even before the All-Star break?
I not in our lifetime.
No. That's awesome.
It's insane. And here's my question. Shouldn't he be paid twice?
I mean, more. I don't know how much he's getting paid right now.
But should he be paid as a pitcher and then paid again as a hitter? I'd be looking at those guys like, fuck you.
Well, he should be paid.
I do both. You just want me to pitch? Fine. Pay me as a pitcher.
He should be paid.
You just want me to hit? Pay me as a hitter.
He should be paid for his worth to the team, which should be a lot.
Listen, baseball players get paid a ridiculous amount of money, bro.
Like remember how much of a thing it was for Carlos Zambrano to pinch hit? And he wasn't even that good of a hitter. Like he could hit. Like he wasn't like
I forget Carlos Zambrano.
Yeah, he was like an okay hitter. He wasn't like a guy that you want to put in the lineup every game. But Ohtani's so good that you can't keep him out of the lineup. Just can't keep him out of the lineup.
I'll tell you what, it's great for baseball that this guy's doing this, though. I mean, this is literally it's forcing people to talk about it.
It's what the sport needs.
It's forcing us to talk about baseball. Fernando Tatis is an up-and-coming star, and they're doing this little home run chain, like the turnover chain that they used to do in football at Miami. That's nice and cute. But this guy is leading the league in home runs, and he also pitches and has a 3.5 ERA. That's fucking amazing.
It's incredible.
Yep.
Are you guys going to watch the All-Star game? to see this, or the home run derby to watch him.
Yeah, I will. I always try and watch the All-Star game, even in seasons. I haven't paid too much attention because, like I said, I don't really pay. I pay attention at the start, then my attention kind of wanes, and then I start picking it up probably around August.
Yeah, it's probably been 15 years, 10 years since I watched a home run derby or an All-Star game. And I'm going to watch this guy. He's forcing me to watch him. And I think that's pretty cool. I'm excited for it. And I think that I'm excited to see how this guy gets compensated, to be honest with you. I'm excited to see his compensation.
Mm-hmm.
John, any last words on that?
No, I got it. That's all. It's awesome. I mean, I agree with you. There's nothing more you can say. It's great for the sport.
All right, I want to get into some football. I'm dying to get into some football, guys. If you're not subscribed, by the way, please hit that subscribe button down below. We got to get into some football. I want to do a 2021 NFL MVP prediction. And John, if you could please, you're our recorder. If you could keep track who our picks are, and we'll put them in the comments down below, so we can come back 8 months from now and see who was an idiot and who was the champion. Let's start with you, Nick. If you had to make an NFL MVP prediction for the 2021 season, who would you go with? And I want a guy who you think will win, and then a dark horse. So we'll go with two.
All right. A guy who I think will win is Russell Wilson.
What?
I think Russell Wilson he gets so much credit when his team does win because his team doesn't have a lot of flashy names. Besides for DK Metcalf and Lockett, you can't really name a lot of other people on especially on his offense. Offense is typically what wins MVPs. I think the Seahawks, they were decent. They were pretty good last year. I think they're going to be good again this year. I think he is always a candidate to win, so that's what I'm going to go with. The dark horse is this. Now, I actually thought long and hard about this. I kind of discounted it, and then I kind of put him back in. I actually think Baker Mayfield has a dark horse chance of winning. Hear me out. Hear me out and tell me if I'm wrong.
We're listening. Shock the world, Nick.
The Browns, did they win 11 games or 10 games last year?
11, I think.
They won 11. If they itch up to that 13-14 win tier, there's not going to be too many teams in there. A quarterback from that team is going to be put in the MVP conversation. If they have that type of success, it's because Baker Mayfield's is not throwing a lot of interceptions, not creating a bunch of turnovers.
So we're going to just take a guy like Patrick Mahomes and just discount him and be like, yeah.
You're talking about dark horse here.
Okay.
The only thing I see wrong with that is I think if the Browns are winning a lot of games, I think it's going to be on the legs of Chubb and Kareem Hunt.
I agree.
I don't think he throws enough. Like Russell Wilson, when he was last year, when he was in MVP talks, it was because they had no run game whatsoever, and he was throwing 100 times a game, and he was putting up huge numbers because he had to. And as soon as Carson came back, they found a run game. They lost.
He started throwing more interceptions.
Started throwing more interceptions, and his name kind of fell out of the hat. So I don't think the Browns, how they're play calling, I don't think it sets up well for him being an MVP candidate.
I agree, and I'm not even saying that he's even going to deserve it if it happens that way. I'm just saying I think he'll be in the conversation because I agree their success is going to rely on the legs of Chubb and Hunt, and on that offensive line. But with their defense being improved, with their offense not being really touched all that much at all, I can see them winning 14, 15 games. And if that happens, you tell me, how are you going to, with the way the media is, you tell me they're not going to put Baker Mayfield in that conversation.
I guess. I mean, it's not. You're not wrong. I'll accept it. I'm not going to agree with you. I don't think so.
John, who you got, bud?
So, I think Justin Herbert has a strong chance. I actually think that he's actually probably one of the most prolific quarterbacks to come out of school, and not for nothing, bro. Like, he's probably the most popular player right now in the NFL. I think there's an argument to be made. Okay, I mean, he did better than your boy Baker.
I mean, whether or not you say he did better than my boy Baker, he's one of the most popular players in the NFL.
Absolutely. I assure you he is.
I can go to a high school football game and ask people, show Justin Herbert's picture to people, and I'm guaranteeing you less than half of those people would know who Justin Herbert is. I can guarantee I
could take your picture to a high school tennis match, and I could say this guy right here claims that he could score 8 points in an NFL in an NBA basketball game.
John, they would say, I know that guy. He's not allowed on these grounds.
Yeah. You're like, dude, you guys better check the internet.
I'm not saying.
Wait a minute, I know that guy. I got a restraining order.
I'm not taking anything away from Justin Herbert. I like Justin Herbert. He's very good football player.
Listen,
I think he's actually better than Baker Mayfield. I'm just saying he's not popular.
If you want to sit there and yammer about Baker Mayfield and go on and on and on about how great he is, then I can sit here and say that Justin Herbert is my guy. And honestly, he is pretty popular. He's pretty popular right now because, frankly, he's done more than your boy Baker, in my opinion. And it might even be fact.
I don't think so, because he's only been in the league 1 year and he didn't make the playoffs.
But better numbers than your boy in 1 year.
John, is that your dark horse?
No. My dark horse is Tom Brady.
Holy shit. So you're so wait a minute.
It's dark horse. It's the greatest quarterback of all time.
I don't think they're going to repeat. Do you think they can repeat?
I mean, I would say Tom Brady.
But your dark horse was Tom Brady?
Yeah. I would say Tom Brady has a better chance of winning the MVP than Herbert does. The guy just won the Super Bowl.
Okay, that was the
greatest quarterback of all time.
Okay, I mean, look. So you fault me for saying that Tom Brady could have a decline this season.
No,
I mean, is it that big of a is that crazy?
No, I don't fault you for that at all. He very well could have a decline.
Would you have preferred? Would you prefer?
If you want to pick those two in opposite spectrums, I totally see that.
Well, that's not how I put it.
Tom Brady as the favorite and the dark horse as Herbert.
Yeah, but I think
I'd be like, all right, yeah, cool.
Look, dude, I kind of see the NFL going the same route that the NBA has gone. I believe that the younger guys are stepping up, and your boy Baker's in that. He's in that group. I think that okay, so fuck it. So scratch it. Tom Brady like it. So switch it. We could switch it. I don't give a shit what you want.
There's no switching.
Either way,
put him in the penalty box. There's no switching. Put his ass in the box. You get penalized for switching.
I'll see you in 30.
This is John's first time, guys. This is John's first one.
All right, Tony. What's your dark horse and what's your true MVP pick?
All right, my true MVP pick is Derrick Henry. I think they're gonna give him the ball till his legs fall off, and if they have a good record, which they should, I know it's hard for running backs. Seems like it's always quarterbacks, but I think Derrick Henry could go for like. He gets off to a fast start. I think he could honestly go for like 2,300 yards this year, which would be ridiculous and very hard not to give him the trophy if he did that crazy. My dark horse, I'm going to go with Matt Stafford. I just think
I was thinking about that too.
I think they just got. It's been 30 seconds. I think they just got the weapons around him that he's never had before. They have the offensive line that he's never had before. And I think he's going to just go out and just fucking ball. And I think that team, the defense is amazing. I think they're going to win a lot of games, and all the accolades are going to go to Matt Stafford. And I think that I don't even know if that's really a dark horse. Did you consider that a dark horse?
I definitely I actually consider that as my dark horse. I'll tell you why it's a good pick though, because you kind of get there's always this around Goff and Stafford. So around Stafford, there's always been kind of this aura that he's really good, just not good enough to get you to the Super Bowl. And there's kind of been an aura around Goff where he got there, but he wasn't good enough to win it. You know,
I think Goff sucked.
Yeah, well, I mean, he went to the Super Bowl, and at that time they were thinking he was the next coming. But I think it puts Stafford in a unique position to win the MVP.
I think that's more on McVay. I think he schemed it up in favor of, that's what they say about Garoppolo. They say that Kyle Shanahan was the reason that we went to the Super Bowl, because most of Jimmy's throws were behind the line of scrimmage, and he schemed it up so that these receivers get yards after the catch. I think McVay was the reason that Goff was successful. Let's see what Goff does in Detroit, and we'll talk about it. I'm actually, this is when the show is going to get this is when the show is going to be the most.
Oh, I can't fucking wait, guys.
I think that opens up more of a doors for us to bring on more guests, and we can honestly go out there and bring on fans from other teams and guys from other channels that have respective teams, and we don't have to know who they are. They could be complete strangers, and I would love every minute of it. So the NFL season is going to blow this channel up.
But
can't fucking wait.
I do think those dynamics give Stafford a unique chance to win the MVP.
He's got weapons. He's got weapons.
I'm petrified. I'm not going to lie. I'm a goddamn nervous wreck to have this guy in the division. I mean, Shanahan was on record this week for expressing some frustration. I guess we tried and it didn't work out. I don't know. I think the Rams just beat us to it, to be honest with you, because would we have taken Trey Lance at 3 had we actually gotten Stafford? Who's to say? I don't know. I think Stafford's still not the long-term solution for the Rams, but it does give them the upper. They could win the division.
There's a chance,
and they're actually favored to win the division, and they could make a strong run in the playoffs with him. So the weapons on both sides of the ball, fellas, for the Rams with the addition of Stafford and McVay at the helm, dude. Holy shit!
There's a chance that it doesn't work out. There's a chance that he is no better than he was in Detroit. I mean, that's the thing. That's the dynamic with it.
Dude, Detroit.
You had Megatron. You had. I don't know, bro.
Yeah, he had some of his best years without Megatron.
Yeah, but
he's got weapons
right here,
everywhere.
There are weapons everywhere, bro. I mean, literally, the run game is strong. The receivers are strong.
But that's what I'm saying. He's in a unique position because there aren't a tremendous amount. There's not a tremendous amount expected of him, but there's also the possibility of him way over exceeding those expectations.
There's not expectations from us that aren't Rams fans. Rams fans, I bet you have very high expectations.
They are some of the most fucking delusional people, bro. Before Stafford, now they actually scare me, and they hold some weight. Like they freak me out, bro. And most of the time they talk fucking shit, but right now they've got a valid reason and they have a damn good opportunity. So,
but I'll put it to you this way: none of us are Rams fans.
No.
Did we care really if Stafford went to the Rams? I mean, John.
I fucking care.
Really didn't.
I fucking care. I have to care twice,
now,
2 times a season, bro. I have to care.
When Peyton Manning went to Denver, did you give a shit?
Not one bit.
When Tom Brady went to Tampa, I bet you were like, oh, that looks like he possibly win a Super Bowl down there.
And those are the greatest quarterbacks of all time. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, the year before.
And he's my fucking dark horse, like goddammit.
8-9 games.
I mean, listen, sometimes
don't you talk about John's dark horse right now.
Dude, you guys laughed at me when I said the Suns.
I gotta be honest with you guys. I don't know what the hell is in my bourbon tonight, but it is super strong and I'm getting fucked up.
we actually probably need to wrap this up because I have schoolwork that I got to get done at midnight. So.
Okay,
good luck in 20 minutes. I hope you graduate.
Let's go to I don't even have a damn. Let's go to final thoughts.
Hey, real quick before we go through final thoughts, did anybody ever find out who Tom Brady was talking about when he made that comment?
No.
Okay. Well, final thoughts?
Let's go. Go ahead, Nick.
So apparently LeBron James, I don't exactly know when it was, but it was like a couple days ago, maybe a week ago, was at his son's basketball game. And apparently one of the announcers basically said, like, there was like a call on the court. And one of the announcers said, "Ooh, looks like Bronny James got that call because his dad put money into building this auditorium." And apparently LeBron James threw a piss fit and just basically made a scene at this game, which once again proves my point that LeBron James is an egomaniac to the extreme, and I hate him.
Okay.
He couldn't have just let it go. Smiled it off, walked out, and then basically broke something at home. He had to create a big scene.
I'm drunk. John, what do you got?
The Bucks lost this game, which really I really wanted to see this. I'm afraid they're going to get swept. I mean, that's off to them. You said what? Tony said 7 games.
I said
5.
I said Suns in 5.
I don't know, bro. There's something about this that doesn't add up. But nonetheless, final thoughts, bro. Nick's fucking final thoughts sucked. Who cares? About Bronny and the fucking announcers at his game. Look, I think really, I don't have final thoughts, man. I really am I think we put it all out there tonight, fellas. I really do. I think we put it out there. I really have no other final thoughts.
Has no more thoughts.
I got 2 final thoughts. Josh Gordon.
Oh, hell no.
Filed for reinstatement in the NFL.
Dude, he needs to file reinstatement.
How many times could you file for reinstatement?
I don't even know, bro. Honestly, I think that it's gotten kind of silly at this point. You know, it's gotten silly with this dude. I mean, how many times can you honestly fuck up before they just tell you no?
No, but at this point in time, does it even really matter if he files for reinstatement? I mean,
I don't know. That's what I'm asking you.
It mattered what 6 years ago.
Josh Gordon, give it up.
Honest to God, bro.
It ain't for you. It ain't for you.
Like 6 years ago, people were dying. Man, if we could just get Josh Gordon on the field. Now it's like, okay. Who gives a shit?
He's a fucking, he's
You're
bad
30
shit.
Some years old now. You're 30 years old now. What are you going to do?
my last thought, John. I heard it came out, I think today, that Shanahan said that he wants to run the ball in 2021 500 times. That's their goal, is to have 500 rushes on the year.
You know what? If you saw how many running backs we have,
Derrick
Tony,
Henry, I'm just going to say this. Derrick Henry, I think, had close to 300 rushes last year. So where are they going to use everyone? Are they going to use Gallman, Mostert, Sermon? Who's the
Jeffrey
other?
Wilson,
and that other fuck, Hasty.
Listen,
Jermichael
Are they just?
Hasty.
They're just gonna be a running back by committee? I thought Mostert was gonna be like.
We have.
I was banking on him.
We have an awesome offensive line, Tony, and Shanahan. I don't know. Was he for real? How did I miss this?
I think that's bullshit.
500 rushes this year.
I think he's pulling that out of his ass. Would he like to have 500 rushes? I would assume that would mean.
Do you think that he wanted to say that, or do you think he meant it?
I think he wanted to say that. I think it was just kind of something, a fly by night.
Because that's almost, Tony, that's just about, that means that you're not throwing the ball at all.
Essentially.
Maybe
I mean, you didn't draft Trey Lance so high and give up so much capital to run the ball 500 times so the kid could what? Stand by. I mean, listen.
The kid might not even play.
The way that they've put Garoppolo out there, like, they have shit on this kid so much, bro. It's actually gotten to the point where, like, if I'm Jimmy, like, bro, you're 27 and what the hell are we with him? And without Jimmy, Shanahan is like 7-28 or something stupid, right? Something insane. So honestly, you got to cut the shit. Put the ball in Jimmy's hands. The kid's got one of the quickest releases in the game. Stop shitting on Jimmy. They have, yes, out of 4 seasons, Jimmy has only been available once. I get it, bro. I get it. But you're going to run the ball 500 times.
Maybe they're just looking at him to be a game manager, which he's proven to be good at. Trent Dilfer for the 2001 Ravens, all he did was turn around and hand the ball off to Jamal Lewis. He was just a game manager. Maybe that's all they're looking for Jimmy G on his last year, is to just hand the ball off to
it could be
Mostert,
smoke,
Sermon, Gallman. I mean, they have all these fucking guys. Maybe he's just trying to – maybe that comment was just like, we're going to spread the love to all these guys.
Maybe, bro.
The comment was probably was we're going to run the ball a lot.
Listen, if you paid attention to any of the Shanahan the last 4 seasons, bro, you know we run the ball. We run the ball, and we run the ball a lot.
I'm guessing they'll probably run the ball about the same amount of time.
I do, Tony. I do put the Browns probably at number 1 for rushing this year. The Niners a strong second, and Tennessee behind them.
Nick, are we boring? Nick, are we boring you? You fuck.
I had to stretch.
Sorry,
he now has 15 minutes to complete his homework. So
Nick, go do your homework, guys. Another successful show.
Episode 10 in the books.
Episode 10 in the books.
Thank you for everyone that watched and commented. Please subscribe. Hit the like button. Tell Roman your friends, neighbors.
What's 10 in Roman numerals? An X.
Yep.
Show X.
So said just a sandwich, by the way.
We don't get into that shit. We don't get into that shit right now on the show.
Nick, show us your squirt can and then smash it on your head for us, would you?
Nah, we're good.
That'd be fucking awesome.
We'll say
all
that.
Right, till next time, hit
that episode.
Till next time, hit that subscribe button down below, and we'll see you next week on the Locker Room Rant.
Later, fans.